History is often remembered for its great victories, but the true turning points are forged in long, grinding struggles that reshape the world in silence. What if the rise of one empire was only possible through centuries of war, adaptation, and survival against another? The wars involving the Seljuks and the Ottomans were not isolated battles. They were part of a continuous chain of power shifts that transformed the Islamic world, Anatolia, and the balance between East and West forever. Long before the Ottomans became a world empire, the Seljuk Turks emerged as a dominant force in the 11th century. Originating from Central Asia, the Seljuks were nomadic warriors who embraced Islam and rapidly expanded westward. Their arrival changed the fate of the Middle East. In 1071, at the Battle of Manzikert, the Seljuks defeated the Byzantine Empire, opening Anatolia to Turkish settlement. This single event shattered Byzantine control and permanently altered the region's demographic and political landscape. The Seljuk Sultanate of Rum soon rose in Anatolia, ruling vast territories with a combination of military strength, Islamic governance, and Persian administrative traditions. Cities flourished, trade routes expanded, and Islamic learning spread across Anatolia. Yet beneath this success lay deep structural weaknesses. The Seljuk system depended heavily on military elites and fragmented authority, making it vulnerable to internal conflict. As Seljuk power expanded, so did rivalries within their own ranks. Succession disputes weakened central authority, while regional governors gained autonomy. This fragmentation left the Seljuks exposed at a critical moment, just as a new storm approached from the east. The Mongol invasions of the 13th century devastated the Seljuk state. At the Battle of Kose Dağ in 1243, the Seljuks suffered a crushing defeat against the Mongols. The Sultanate of Rum became a vassal state, losing real independence. Anatolia fractured into small Turkish principalities known as beyliks. From this chaos, something unexpected emerged. Among these minor frontier states was a small beylik, led by Osman I. His territory lay on the unstable border between Byzantine lands and Turkish-controlled regions. Unlike older powers, Osman's followers were frontier warriors, ghazis, motivated by faith, opportunity, and conquest. They were flexible, adaptive, and relentless. While the Seljuks faded into history, the Ottomans learned from their failures. They avoided over-centralization too early, allowed local autonomy, and rewarded loyalty through land grants. Step by step, the Ottomans absorbed neighboring beyliks, many of which were once Seljuk vassals. The Seljuk legacy did not disappear. It was inherited, reshaped, and weaponized by the Ottomans. Conflict between Seljuk remnants and emerging Ottoman power was not always direct warfare. It unfolded through political absorption, strategic marriages, and gradual dominance. The Ottomans positioned themselves as protectors of Islam and defenders of frontier lands, gaining legitimacy once held by the Seljuks. As Ottoman strength grew, their wars expanded beyond Anatolia. The Byzantines, weakened by centuries of conflict with Seljuks, became the Ottomans' primary target. In 1453, Constantinople fell, a moment made possible by centuries of Seljuk pressure that had already crippled Byzantine defenses. Yet war did not end with victory. The Ottomans faced new challenges that mirrored Seljuk struggles, governing vast territories, managing diverse populations, and balancing tradition with reform. Their wars with rival Turkic powers, Persian dynasties, and later European states tested their resilience. The Seljuks had relied heavily on nomadic military power. The Ottomans adapted by creating standing armies, advanced artillery, and centralized institutions like the Janissaries. This evolution allowed them to succeed where the Seljuks failed. Still, the echoes of Seljuk decline haunted the Ottoman Empire. Internal corruption, power struggles, and overextension would eventually weaken Ottoman authority centuries later. History repeated itself, not exactly, but unmistakably. The wars involving the Seljuks and Ottomans reveal a deeper truth about empires. No empire rises in isolation. Each is shaped by the victories, mistakes, and sacrifices of those before it. The Seljuks opened the gates of Anatolia. The Ottomans walked through them and built an empire upon their foundations. These conflicts were not merely about land or power. They were struggles over identity, legitimacy, and survival. From nomadic warriors to imperial rulers, the Turks transformed themselves through war, adaptation, and ambition. By the time the Ottoman Empire reached its peak, the Seljuks were long gone, but their influence lived on in architecture, governance, military culture, and religious institutions. The Ottoman Empire was not a rejection of Seljuk history, it was its continuation. And yet, even the Ottomans would eventually face decline. Like the Seljuks before them, they struggled to adapt to a rapidly changing world. New technologies, economic shifts, and political realities expose the limits of imperial power. The story of the Seljuks and Ottomans is not just a tale of battles and conquests. It is a lesson in transformation. Empires rise not simply by force, but by learning, evolving, and seizing opportunity when others fail. Today, the landscapes of Anatolia still carry the scars and symbols of these wars. Mosques, fortresses, and cities stand as silent witnesses to centuries of conflict and change. History reminds us that power is never permanent. Those who adapt survive. Those who stagnate fade into memory. If you found this journey through history insightful, like the video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the rise and fall of civilizations. And now, a final question for you. Are modern nations learning from the mistakes of past empires, or are we unknowingly walking the same path toward decline?